Alrighty, now welcome back to the continuation of Amnesia. I don't even know how many parts I'm up to now. But yeah, so we had run around, we finally got these doors unlocked by climbing up through the ceiling and moving up the gears. Annoyingly, I can now confirm my joypad or controller is slightly knackered, so I might start randomly sidestepping to the left at various different points. But since the doors are open, I'm going to stick to my general rule. I'm going to go left first. Into the madness and the darkness. A quick look, I've got plenty of oil. Yeah, still got some oil there as well, so I might as well just stick that in. What will be you? Bucket of tar. Oh yeah, I still got a bucket of tar for some reason, which I'm guessing I'm either using to stick something up or burn something. Yeah, I still got 3 tinder boxes, so let's go. Might as well check the room first. Ah, look! Something with a wooden crank on it, so I might finally be using this one that I've had forever soon. Hey, wait. Is there anything on the end of that? No, there's not. Guessing I might need to find a bucket or something. Do I have a bucket? Maybe not. I still have a glass jar. Attach you to that? I cannot. It sounds like there's something moving down there. How deep is this thing? Marco? Alright. Guess we'll come back to that. The door open, so I remember I've been there. Captain Crazy still chatting away back there. Oh, what's a transept? Such filthy thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure. As they are nothing but a burden to mankind, they shall not be missed. Well, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen one of these show up to be a good thing at any point.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me, Oberyn! Kill me!
This one, prepare him.
Sounds like he's getting his wish. So this dude, like, it seems like he's been alive for hundreds of years, but I still don't really know how or why. I'd say one very minor complaint, like, this game has been very brown for the last few sections, like, since I got into the whole prison area. Been a lot of brown. Is that my sanity playing up? Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Yeah. Yeah, my sanity's bad. Okay. The kidnapper sat on her knees and with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Wow, that's just lovely. Tinderbox down here. I don't know why you would need a tinderbox, although as I say that, I'm literally looking at candles, so I retract that immediately. What's that done, if anything? Do I want to look in here? What are you? Ooh, piece of the orb. It said 6 pieces, so 5 to go. I'm excited. This boy is not doing well, like... I mean, I just solved a puzzle quite recently. I thought that would, you know, boost my sanity back up. I'm gonna take this on back to that well. If the controls will let me, and if Captain Freaky Deaky doesn't decide to show up. Oh, well. Yeah, come here, you. Yeah. Where was it? You know, I am not sure. Man, this swaying camera's pretty harsh. Was that not just through here? Ah, no, stop that. No, would you? Maybe let's leave this room for now. I can't afford to be going mad in the darkness. I don't want to be burning through my oil too much. Oh, look at that. I used way too much. Ooh. It's getting hard to navigate with it. This isn't me trying to take this slowly, like I'm actually struggling with the controls here at the moment. Okay. Up string. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, can I make some wishes? God, you know we got to pick up the lamp, right? Rub it, rub it. Wish away the madness. No, I'll just leave you in a pot. That more oil. That's good. Just gonna use you up straight away. Oh, I'll use you in a sec. You always make stuff go weird. Notes on torture. Quite a few things to be said about torture. I figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. It's interesting that he says the humans. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. The most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I'm after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you're about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. Show then tell, I guess. Or tell then show. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying the pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses, if possible, with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. Should I be reading this out? This is like a how-to, man. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again. Ah, so that's why I can't remember nothing. I've drunk the amnesia drink. Stuff behind me. It is you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountain top. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Not feeling huge waves of sympathy for him. It sounds like this is our dude, like the Johann Weyer, was it? There we go, walking downstairs is a lot easier than walking upstairs. We've been through that door. Guess we try the next one.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
No, please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! Do anything! I'm innocent!
No, this is delightful. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. Didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Cool. Cool. Is this just staying where it is? Yeah. Let's just run on through to the next one, though. That sounds like somebody being sawed up. That looks like someone's been sawed up. What is that? The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Ah, man, we should just call this bedtime stories with Spydey. Piece of the orb. Come on, buddy. Yeah, see, the shaking hands thing means what? Oh, Jeebus. Bone Tomahawk, anyone? Which I still need to watch. Or do I? So we've got the impaler. Stretching someone's arms up behind their back till they break. We're sawing rapists in half. Was that it? It's just those 3 doors and then whatever's upstairs. Well, I guess we'll go back and see what's the other way then. Probably get the crud scared out of us if we go out here. Oh. So I get for stopping and looking at the phone. Ah, right, so that's where this room was. Yeah, I wasn't getting the bucket through here then, was I? I do feel like I'm supposed to attach something to that one. What is that? I don't know. But yeah, I feel like there's maybe something I can fish out of there, or...
Dada, good to see you. You're a good boy, Dada. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things.
Yeah, I actually really do, buddy, so... Here I go. Let's light a candle. Agrippa channels Weir. Weir taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in his seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries, my only link to the worlds beyond. Weir claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so that he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I've seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Weir told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer vitae and tampter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be fertile grounds. This sort, I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted, as usual, from an agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tampter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling carink. Ah, is that the thingy that was chasing me around? I think screw off. I will have to address Weir with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. Right. So let me just look at that again. Simply writing a word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion, the water-dwelling carink. I have to address Weir with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice. So either that monster or this host is at the bottom of that well. I think there's something going on with it. Oh boy. Oil anywhere, guys? No, not yet. Alright then. Wrong way. Oh, now I'm just wasting oil. Screw it, let's just run. Run. Oh, and here we go, into the choir, as it says. So I've got to try and find a sample of stuff. This fungus. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer read the text. It had disappeared from the screen because despite doing this multiple times during this playthrough, the player had forgotten that these will go away quite quickly. I swear I've dated girls with bedrooms like this.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry, no time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Paint the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines, paint the man, cut the lines. Leave the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
Alright, it's not letting me bring the menus up. I think this is... I think I have to do this.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
So yeah, I was literally 100% complicit in everything going on. And actually encouraging the dude. Man, Daniel's a douchebag. Feels like his head's getting worse. Sanity, ... Yeah, I think you can actually die in this if you go completely mad, so... I don't know how that's going to work with like a mental reset, or I don't know, is staying in light help, or... Nope. Picked up tinderbox. Good. Good. So, do I actually have that knife? Piece of orb. Piece of orb. Its texture and color are constantly changing. No, not that. Can I combine you with you? They won't stay together. Well, a more appropriate workspace. Okay, cool. But yeah, alright. So that's what I'm using the tar for. Then I was gonna see if I could chop this guy up with the knife, because well, it just seems like the thing to do. I don't know. Can't really justify that statement and sound not slightly evil. Quiet, main hall. Alright. Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. We're going like full nameless city
What
at this
are
point.
my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Let's try and have a look around the edge of the room first. Try to see how big it is in here. The one thing that's making me nervous is I haven't seen the shadow in a long time. Like, I've got light over here, but nothing actually casting it. Yeah, I'm not walking straight up to that thing. No way. No way. If anything horror games have taught me is be paranoid about absolutely everything. What is my health? A few cuts and bruises. Look like 4 of these. I'll take one of them. Okay, my sanity has actually gotten slightly better. That's helpful, I guess. Jesus! Yep, well played. I knew it was coming at some point, wasn't expecting it that early. Well, no, funnily enough, I'm not going to get in the thing. Right, the forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realise his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Yes. That's the good stuff. Oh, orb. Oh man, that really did make me jump. So they paced it well. I don't think there's been that many actual jump scares in this, which I remember reading actually. I can't remember where, but I'm saying, you know, it's not that there's no jump scares, but they're very, very limited. And yeah, I remember like that must have been 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I had literally, again, I was about to say that, you know, nothing particularly freaky's happened in terms of beasts or anything like that, and then all of a sudden, bam, that thing opens up and... It's my heart's pounding in my throat again. I feel like the music's changed. And normally when I hear that drum beat... Or are we alright? Normally that's when the shadow or stalker dude shows up.
No, don't kill her.
Tissue is quite soft. It should be possible to break open. Toy. Picked up poison gland. Alright, cool. Actually in there to burn, is there? Oh, is this one of those brass bull things? Yeah, I've heard of these. You literally put the guy in it and you just boil them alive inside a brass bull. The traitor did not know what to think of the brass bull as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and travelled through the complex instrument, which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. All kinds of lovely. Oh, that's not me shaking, that's the level. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any old pieces over here. Drain ain't doing nothing. I also do not want to be stepping on them. Right, yeah, that'll do for now. Thank you kindly. Over here. Just a toppled statue? It is a toppled statue. Can I climb it? Because that almost looks like a bridge. Now I'm lost. Just another one or the same one?
Help her! Find a way!
I don't want to say big stone tentacles, but I'm sure it's not. Oh, right, yeah, so that was just down this. I want to go back this way. Nothing over here. Oh, hang on, let me just double check I'm not missing anything over here. It does seem weird that this would look like a bridge and then not let me across, you know? Yeah, I'm not risking that. Hills with it. Yeah, no. Knew we had to be coming eventually. There's nowhere to hide round here. See if I can lead on a merry little chase. Ooh, he's quick, isn't he? Oh, what? My wound is bleeding quite badly. Well, I'm just not even going to risk it. I'm just going to hop out here, okay? Such filthy thought. Oh wait, now we've read that one. The ones I do remember to read, I've already read. Give it a minute, because I kind of feel like I need to go back in there. got, what, 3 orb pieces? 1, 2, yep, 3. Texture and colour, yeah, all constantly changing. Gland from a poisonous mushroom. Alright. One note speaks of a mixture made with 3 ingredients, the pedestal and the chain. Yeah. Go for the dying man, seeks a note written by a man named Johann Meyer. An orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. Its shattered pieces lie scattered in the torture rooms. Yeah, I just went and checked all the torture rooms, didn't I? Yeah, guess there's more then. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate, grants a certain form of pride. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've read that one earlier as well. Somewhere I thought I saw again another little bit that looked like it could be climbed over, but no, I think I was looking at that actually. Yeah, I was just looking at that. Get open, you. Is this one of the ones? Yeah, I remember you. Well, you gonna do it again, are you? Huh? Yeah, fool me once. So, it's 3 ingredients. What have I got? I've got meat, I've got fungus, I've got string. I don't see that being an ingredient. I'm pretty sure tar's just for the, yeah, for this orb. So I'm missing a 3rd ingredient of some kind. I guess, actually, can I mix these into the glass jar? Combination does not work. Okay, no I cannot. Really easy to get lost in here. Really easy to get lost in here. I honestly started to think earlier, like when I lost where I was with the like the room I was missing, where I thought I could go and get the bucket and take it into another room. I honestly thought the levels were starting to move around slightly, which would not have been the best. Alright, again I think that means my buddy's here. Okay, the music change again. I'm definitely feeling like less creeped out in general with this game, but the way like you can just not spot him till he's right on top of you, like the actual moment you realise he's there, that's less than pleasant. Let's dive back in here again a second. I see you with the view of the ballroom. Piece of candy. So what's that? 4 old pieces. I don't know what lighting that bull does. I'm going to get out of this area. With any luck in one piece. Yeah, we're coming up on the 45-minute mark, so... Sounds like my dude's here. Come on, the door's just over here. The door's just over here. I remembered where it was. I got my bearings. Get out of that area. See that one I read in my head. I'm not getting any better at that. Alright, let's take yon man up here a bit. Check these rooms again. Got another bucket. Again, I've got another transitional door to go through, so I can't carry the thing through it. I want to know what I've got to do with that well. Ah! The piece of meat. Put the piece of meat on the thing. On the rope that's hanging above the well. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost. That's not helping yourself there, buddy. No buckets in here. So let's leg it on back. Shut up.
You found Vile's recipe. Then there might still be a chance. Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another realm. It's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate then. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic via describes. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me.
So is there a chance this has got multiple endings then? Guess so. Alright, let's try this out. Yeah! That shouldn't have taken as long as it did. Yeah, it's coming, buddy. pretty much expecting him to leap at me as I go for this. Whew, boy. Alright, we're alright.
How are things coming? You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Screw you. Anyway, I'm going to leave this one here for now. I could thoroughly confuse myself by starting off in the exact same place I did last time. But as I said, for now, I've been Spidey. Thank you for watching. Take care.